So Penta finally made his debut on Monday Night Raw, and I thought his debut went pretty well for the most part. The match itself with Chad Gable was well structured, and I thought it highlighted a lot of Penta's in-ring luchador, in-ring style, lucha libre style. Gable, of course, had a chance to showcase his ability as well. I'm glad they didn't treat Chad Gable like a jobber, right? They actually made Chad Gable look very competitive against Penta, and that's a good thing, right? Now, Penta, to me, has a lot of personality. He seems like the type of luchador that is going to find himself rather quickly on the main roster. And I really enjoyed the facial expressions of Penta during his debut. It wasn't just a lot of high flying spots with Penta. It wasn't just a lot of finesse in the ring. It was a lot of showcasing his personality, showcasing his emotion, right? That's a big deal right there, right? Because when it comes to the WWE, they're big on emotion, they're big on showing personality and just making a first good impression. And his debut to me felt special. Now, I don't know where they go from here with Penta. You know, I said in the community post that he could be the second coming of Rey Mysterio, but in his own way. And obviously, that would take time. And he's going to have to find his groove in terms of who he meshes well in the ring with. You know, Penta's success is going to determine on the quality of his opponents inside the ring. And the thing with Rey Mysterio had a lot of great talent to wrestle. You know, when he first started off in SmackDown in '02, he had quality talent to wrestle that made him look good. And Penta is going to need the same amount of quality opponents. You know, I would love to see him mix it in there with Dragon Lee, you know, Dominic Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Andrade, um, Rey Mysterio, of course, that's the biggest one. Him going one on one with Rey Mysterio. And I don't know what if that turns into a career, a career on the line match for Rey Mysterio where Penta beats Rey Mysterio and ends his career. You know, that could be a possibility in the future where Rey has his last match with Penta. But I think long term, I see him being a tag team wrestler because, let's be honest, him and Ray Phoenix were supposed to debut together as the Lucha Bros, but obviously some contractual issues with AEW on Ray Phoenix part. He's still in AEW and his contract is not up yet. But I am predicting that once his contract is up, he is going to WWE and they're going to do the tag team run with him and Penta as the Lucha Bros. And I think that was the original plan from the jump to for them to debut in the first night and win the tag team titles. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Lucha Bros, Phoenix and Penta, they win the World Tag Team Championships or WWE Tag Team titles on SmackDown because he can always be drafted to SmackDown later in the year. Now, I did say and predict that he could be Intercontinental Champion by the end of this year. You're right. That's if they want to, you know, if they want to invest in a singles run with Penta. And if they're going to invest in a singles run with Penta, then the Intercontinental Championship is definitely in his future. And I could see him winning the Intercontinental Championship or US title as a solo guy. But listen, nonetheless, I was impressed with his debut. You know, I love the Mexican destroyer that he performed on Chad Gable. That looked nasty, nasty. Um, the promo afterward, it was more like a honeymoon type of promo where it's like, I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for welcoming me and all that stuff, right? It's his debut, but it felt like a big deal. Like this debut felt kind of wholesome and special in a sense, and very innocent. And the crowd reacted to him very good. The crowd was on fire for him. Granted, they were in San Jose, California, which is comprised of Latinos, Mexican, Hispanic people. So, and his family was in the crowd as well. So it definitely felt like a big deal for him.